All right, thanks, Joe. From a car that drives itself to technology that breaks the language barrier. Lots of cool stuff coming down the pike, but when will it become reality? I don't know, but Jameson Cush does. He's the executive director, or editor rather, of Tech Target. Hi, Jameson.
How you doing?
All right, so the pressure's on. Let's start with, and I put the pressure on you. The drivable car, a car that drives itself. Do we want it? Do we need it? Google seems to think so.
That's right, and they've been developing this technology for 5 years and really pushing it. So this one that they just unveiled is the third generation self-driving car, and it's the one that Google built from the ground up for the technology. So it has no driver. It has all these unique features explicitly for self-driving.
And self-driving, I mean, I wondered about this when I first heard about it. And then you see some video of, for example, a blind man being led to the car, which, all right, that makes sense. Someone who can't drive themselves can have this car drive them. Is that the idea?
Sure. There's this whole concept that people want access to cars, but they don't want ownership or the financial burden of one. That's why Zipcar is so popular and successful. And that's what Google is doing here. They're developing the technology so a company like Uber can offer a service, not just to blind people, but old people, for people in cities who don't necessarily need to own a car.
All right, that makes sense. Let's talk about Skype and this translation technology they're doing. Call me crazy, I heard this and thought, they don't already do that?
Well, you have Siri and that sort of natural language technology out there. This combines natural language with translation, and that takes a lot of computing power. I mean, if you think about communication, you can say the same sentence 3 different ways and have it mean 3 different things. So how does a computer figure out what it is you're trying to express?
Yeah, especially, I guess, in many Asian languages, for example, it all has to do with the nuance of how you say a particular word. It changes it completely. Can it judge that?
Well, as you use it and it learns and it evolves, yes, I'm sure it will be able to do that. That's why Skype's going to roll it out as a beta program at the end of the year, and then they said within 2.5 years you might see it as a full product. But the more you use it, the more it learns, the better it gets, and that's the sort of technology behind it. The
scary part, Jameson, is it learns, it evolves. We should know from every sci-fi movie we've ever seen that leads to Armageddon.
That's right,
Skynet. Yeah, sorry about that. I assume that's big for business, though, that translation technology is huge in the business world.
Oh, sure. And this is Microsoft now owns Skype. They're the brains behind this. They're big in business, and I think that's their play.
All right. Jameson Cush, the executive editor of Tech Target, thanks for filling us in this morning.
Thank you.